What you just started. Me and my go gnarly. Give about this party. We gon' step on.
Game 3, Eastern Conference Finals. The Charlotte Hornets come into Game 3 up 2 games to none, with their relentless desire thrust them to a third straight victory. The scenery changes to hostile ground as they face off against the Nets. The Eastern Conference Finals continue.
Eastern Conference Finals action. Boy, and a 2-0 series thus far. Who will take Game 3? We're going to find out here. Live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA playoffs. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Charlotte Hornets. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Miles Bridges is out there with Mark Williams. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position. And for Brooklyn, down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Thomas is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. Take a look at the Nets. Down 2-0. They got to win tonight to get some traction in the series.
And if they lose this one, you can forget about advancing. Then it's more likely you're trying to avoid a sweep. So tonight's all or nothing.
And so the Charlotte Hornets get the first points of the ball game. Back to Russell. Shoots from 12. Thomas, no good. And it's Williams with the ball for the Hornets. And what a postseason they're having. 10 straight games without a loss. Historically, that puts them in the upper echelon.
Yeah, it's been done before, but not that often. And what's scary is it's given them some rest between series. That's a huge advantage the deeper you get into the playoffs. Yeah, you might have a little rust going into your game ones, but there's no substitute for fresh legs.
Miller with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Okogie for 3, and it's the Hornets another 3.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Ball against Russell. Here's Williams. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here are the Hornets with the ball. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run. Bridges for 3. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And this first quarter has been ridiculous. I mean, they simply can't miss right now.
The Nets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Here we go, fans. Get on your feet. Get loud. It's time for team hype.
So, a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. Williams against Green. Ball's knocked loose. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. And Salon gets it to go.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start.
Back to Russell. Pass to Williams. Pocket 6. Russell feeling it out a bit. There's Thomas with the three. Offensive rebound. Johnson can't get it to go.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
There's the three. And it's the Hornets another three.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
Playing basketball.
On the wing, Williams, guarded by Green. Pass to Claxton. 6 to shoot. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball.
Curry with the three, and another three for Charlotte.
Timeout. 12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Making a change here. Elton's checked in. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first quarter. Russell passes to Claxton. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And it's Williams with the ball for the Charlotte Hornets. From past the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Williams has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Charlotte.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
Milton with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. And now Miller running the floor all by himself. Pass to Okogie. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Miller's got 3 assists now in this one. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Hornets.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition. Racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Now, here's Melton. Still yet to score. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Miller. So for the Nets, Sharp checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Brendan Watford comes in for Williams. And it's Johnson in for D'Angelo Russell. "27 seconds left in the first quarter. Watford with it. Williams picks him up. Clock at 4. To stop the drought. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Here's Okogie. 6 points for him. Bridges for 3. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And so it's Charlotte up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. Their defense has been active and effective. We come back right after this. And here we go, heading back to the action here in the Eastern Conference Final. And a comfortable margin for the Hornets here, guys.
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
So it's Brooklyn now. So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. They've got Smith. Nurkic is out there with Williams. Then it's Trey Mann. And it's Ball in at the 1. Now here's Melton. Still without a basket. 6 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. There's Thomas with the 3. Rebound by Nurkic. And here's Charlotte. They're excited about the win on Thursday.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. After Charlotte getting the 3, Thomas gets a wide open look. And the rebound by Nurkic.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Steady from beyond the arc. Smith's improvement from there could really make him a dangerous player.
Here's Johnson following the 3 by Charlotte. Now here's Melton. Inside, here's Sharp. Outside for Thomas. Sharp with a screen on Smith. Here's Thomas going inside.
And that 7'2" wingspan for Nurkic, he can just gobble up shots. He knocks that one away with authority. Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Stolen by Ball. Here's Nurkic. And another 3 for Charlotte.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
From deep. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Now, here's Johnson. Still scoreless. Ball against Melton. He takes it in. Here's Sharp. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Thomas against Smith to halt the run. And with the rebound.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
And it's the Hornets, another 3.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Johnson surveying the floor. 11 feet away, and it's off the back rim, no good.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
Ball from long range. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Now, here's Melton. Hasn't made one yet. Thomas finds Melton. Taken away by Williams. Outside ball. And another three for Charlotte.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Ball's gone 2 for 2 so far from 3. Melton the bounce pass. Here's Sharp. Not going to go that time.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Really left alone that time. Smith's got 9.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
From downtown, and it's the Hornets another 3.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And so it's Charlotte, able to put on a show for the ages. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We've got more in store for you right after this.
And we thank you for joining this postseason broadcast, and it's been an outstanding first half for the Charlotte Hornets.
I think their bench was the biggest difference. These guys came aggressive on the offensive end, not afraid to put the stamp on this game.
Yeah, some confident personalities up and down that roster. Looking at how the Nets are doing in this series. They're watching this series slip through their fingers. The first half, not the effort they were hoping for.
Oh, it's not looking great, but you can't give up. I mean, you never know.
Ball till you fall. If it's me, I'm not quitting. You got to carry me out, Kenny.
Better bring a forklift.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. What can you say, guys? Miles Bridges, an impressive effort here today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Here's Russell. No scoring in this one. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Russell is out there with Thomas. And it's Williams at small forward. So that's the Nets 5. Russell and Bridges with the block.
Boy, a really good shot blocker for a wing. Bridges elevates quickly and has an excellent sense of timing.
That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Bridges has got the first field goal of the second half for Charlotte. And the Nets with possession here. Russell kicks to Johnson. Thomas against Miller. Pass to Williams. Here's Johnson. Williams up on top. Shot clock at 6. Hornets with the rebound. Williams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Fires for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Williams has got 9.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Charlotte's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Miller outside. Good on the triple. Miller's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Russell against Ball. Claxton a screen on Ball. Russell passes to Claxton. Can't hit from in close.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Ball from long range. And another 3 for Charlotte.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Here's Russell. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Williams scanning the floor. And another 3 for Charlotte.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
The Nets have gone 0 of 5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. Russell passes to Claxton. Knocked loose. Taken away by Williams. And now Williams running the floor all by himself. Pass to Okogie for the 3. Connects from three-point range. He's got 9.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Back to Russell.
Last 2 minutes to play. Third quarter.
It's Claxton high post. 2 on the clock. And Brooklyn turns it over again. Searching for that first bucket here in the third.
Well, he just didn't make the catch. Didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
The Anthony Melton. He's checked in for the Nets. The Hornets also with a sub. Mann's checked in. The Hornets have gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Pass to Melton. Knocks it loose. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Launches a 3. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, man. You can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Ball from long range. Sinks the three-pointer. Ball's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Charlotte.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Fast breaks yield easy buckets, guys. They've made the most of their chances in that regard. The defense not able to get set. You get a running start to the rim, you should get a good number of scoring chances that way.
You know, guys, fast break points right now in their favor, and they're really pushing the tempo.
Defensively, you got to have better floor balance and commitment to hustling back. I mean, you got to sprint back. You can't jog back.
Pass to Melton. To end the cold streak. Miller grabs the miss. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ball from long range. And it's the Hornets another 3.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Miller against Thomas. Driving inside. Ball with the rebound. Miller kicks to Williams. Here's the 3. It's Ball again for 3. Ball's got 15 points in just the second half. LaMelo Ball getting it done for Charlotte. He has been a long-range assassin today. With his work that quarter, his total number of threes is up to 7. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. Smith is out there with Trey Mann. Then there's Grant Williams. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Jeffries in at the three, the small forward. And now here's Nurkic. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Fires the three. Jeffries, good. Jeffries got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Hornets. Tipped away. And again, Charlotte running the court in transition. Here's Mann. And again, Charlotte with the triple. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
Johnson sends the screen for Melton. Second chance shot, and the rejection by Smith. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Russell, he's checked in for Johnson.
Number 1, D'Angelo Russell.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. Johnson comes in for Trendon Watford. And it's Williams in for DeAnthony Melton. And it's the Hornets ball. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Pass to Jeffries. Launches it. Bangs home the trifecta. Jeffries got 6 points in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Claxton sets the screen for Thomas.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Here's Nurkic, and another three for Charlotte.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Johnson against Williams. Here's Claxton. Hornets with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. There's Williams with the three, and it's the Hornets another three.
I think it's all a matter of focus for Williams, and that time he was completely dialed in.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Will it go? Williams can't get it to go. The Hornets have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. Here's Mann, and it's the Hornets another three.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Poke loose. Williams looking over the floor. Nailed from three-point land. Williams has got 9 points now in the quarter.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
And now we can start talking about Game 4. What a magnificent effort and really a significant victory for the Hornets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And they're going to roll to their third straight victory to open up these conference finals, giving them a commanding series lead.
Yeah, a sweep seems just about inevitable right now. And with the way they've been playing here in this series, they are building a ton of momentum for the finals, especially if they can close out the sweep in Game 4.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LaMelo Ball.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And it's the Hornets another three.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Williams typically in great position defensively, and at times he'll erase some shots.
Smith for three, and it's the Hornets another three.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. You have to think at this point, up 3-0. It's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books.
This victory all but seals the deal. As strong as they look throughout this game and this series, I'll be shocked if they don't close it out in Game 4.
And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Now it's time for our player of the game.